V1 on the map Nexus, a ranked game that I played just recently, and it was not a game that I had plans to record, so that's why I didn't really get a live recording of it, but it ended up being a game that I was convinced I was going to lose. It was very close, very down to the wire, very exciting match, and I hope you guys, will be as excited about it as I was after coming back and winning. There was a point, you'll see it in the recording, where I was convinced that I was going to lose, and I was ready to hit the pause button and just hit quit, but I did not. So good thing I stuck through to the end. It was an allied victory. I'm playing U.S. Forces, ranked 1v1, base box again playing. I did say I wanted to post a game of me losing, and this would have been a great example. And we could analyze what made me almost lose, and then see what allowed a comeback. But hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started on the map Nexus. One of my favorite 1v1 maps. I just feel like it's very balanced. I mean, it is symmetrical. Both sides are pretty similar in structure. Kind of have this side's a bit more secluded with all these walls, but more of like an arena style to get that region. But nonetheless, very enjoyable map. I think it's pretty balanced. So mid is a great open field battleground for some interesting fights there too, machine gun placements and armor. Opening with the rifleman squad. It's going to be 3 riflemen this game. Another rifleman squad on their way out. Capping the center muni point, and I was thinking to myself, okay, let's go capture the fuel up north. So that's kind of the direction I was heading. I wanted to capture this center munitions point to connect to my base. Riflemen go on to capture the next flag. Second rifleman is out. Wehrmacht side has Panzer Grenadiers, Assault Grenadiers, MP40 close range troops. You'll see how devastating these are early game and how poorly I react to them. But Assault Grenadiers, MG42 capping the center, and Engineer Pioneers up top. Riflemen headed up north to take this Vic point. This should be a pretty easy early game skirmish. Pioneers going to have a soft retreat. And the game is opening up here, just waiting for a big fight. South is going to be Wehrmacht controlled, and U.S. Forces takes control of the top. Anti-vehicle mine being placed. So far, pretty quiet. Couple shots with the Pioneers, but no casualties. Here we have a very aggressive machine gun placement. You guys will see. It's interesting to cast the game when you know what's going to happen, but you guys will see how devastating this is early on with this machine gun placement, because I had plans to send this rifleman out, and I realized he's trying to back cap and kind of bring my troops back, and we'll see how that's used. Panzer Grenadiers coming in, or Assault Grenadiers. Pioneer taking casualties. MG42 is going to turn around, but this is where I realized, okay, I have this rifleman to the south, I can flank this MG and kind of take care of that. So riflemen rear echelon are converging. The Wehrmacht player's second squad of Assault Grenadiers coming out. Looks like this will be an American victory. Should do pretty light work of that machine gun crew. But this double Assault Grenadiers could be a big issue. Rear echelon squad's going to go down. This was a bit of a desperate attempt. I really wanted to steal that MG, but it's going to lead to a dead MG crew and an almost dead rifleman squad. And we're back to square one with Wehrmacht controlling most of the map, and all my control is cut off from supply. So I would say pretty strong early game victory from the Axis, claiming a lot of resources with this separation capture and denying me a lot of stuff. Ambulance comes out, and I'm left with 3 riflemen as the rear echelons went down.
A capture point is being overrun.
And Wehrmacht making great use of this machine gun placement. That's a huge thing when I'm playing against Wehrmacht players. I don't mind MGs necessarily, but when MGs are controlled correctly and used offensively and used as a mobile unit, that's when they get devastating, as opposed to just leaving it somewhere and forgetting about it. Terrible, terrible engagement by me here. Absolutely awful to charge in like that close range. Meanwhile, this MG is going to cover any sort of flanking operation that I could do. And Wehrmacht player is capturing the north. Again, more denying from resources and more just casualties and manpower that I'm missing out on from the just great plays from this Wehrmacht player, really denying a lot of early game stuff, making a lot of kills, and they're gonna start the bleed soon of my tickets. Well, more bleed rather. More assault grenadiers from the Wehrmacht player, and this seems to be their comp. They are playing the mechanized assault, which has those assault grenadiers. Now, at this point in the game, I was getting really frustrated with just this entire north is just giving the Wehrmacht war machine all this fuel, all this munitions, and I'm left with the south. 2 regions at the moment, two zones, and not much income. I'm getting denied heavily here, and I'm planning on hitting the south. It looks like MG's going to go down, but looks like it could be an outflank here. Good positioning of this rifleman squad, but just the sheer being outnumbered by this 3 assault grenadier squad against lieutenant and 1 rifleman squad. Big time big time outnumbered. Really poor play, leading these riflemen home. I don't know why they're there. Again, I am outgunned and outplayed once more. Axis gonna take the south, kill a rifleman squad, and gonna be forced to retreat while they just capture more of my stuff. So really terrible play there again by me. I'm starting to realize, okay, I'm making some poor plays. Pretty concerned if I'm gonna be able to come back and win this game at this point. At this point now, I was almost like, okay, you know, we have this mass income from the Axis player by holding all the map. And at this point, I'm expecting some armor to come out soon and just kind of trample me completely and just snowball the game ahead. But so far, I still have a fighting chance here, which you guys will see. I think another thing that kept me in the hole for so long was just these predictable pushes, where I'd have a clear front line and a clear rear, which would be the ambulance. I'm going to send all my riflemen north. However, I tech lieutenant and I build a 50 cal machine gun just to take care of this blob of panzer grenadiers, or assault grenadiers. And that 50 cal will help with suppressing them and keeping them away at a distance. So, meanwhile, south is just being recaptured by the Wehrmacht. Gonna deny more resources from me. Set up an MG to prevent capture of 2 points. Nothing yet in the south. Engineers with flamethrowers planting some anti-personnel mines. Here we have a bit of a fight going on here in the north. Gonna have a charging half-track with panzer grenadiers. Infantry snare lands, hurts the half-track. Damaged engine. 50 cal is gonna get set up in the building and really pin down these troops. Should be a squad wipe there of the assault grenadiers. And that half track looks like another great target takeout. Lieutenant with bazooka closing in. Riflemen shooting at the half track. Panzer grenadiers are going to retreat. It's going to be finally a victory in the north for the U.S. forces. And they're going to be a dead half track. So pretty good play there. Clumsy play with that half track. Just kind of drove it up straight into vet riflemen. Meanwhile, the south, smart move by the Wehrmacht. If he's going to lose the north, might as well recap the south and just deny more resources from my economy. So Panzer Grenadiers leading the base. Not a very diverse army comp here. Very just spam of these close range infantry that made a couple cheesy plays in the beginning, and then teller mines being planted. Very dangerous there. If I'm planning on making a Stuart or anything, it's going to be a huge. But north is going to get nice and captured. I'm going to get settled in with these 50 cal set up in the building, sandbags. So we're going to definitely mine the. This building is easily flanked from the rear and from this direction, so I definitely put down some mines here just to kind of prevent that. And here we are in the south. Wehrmacht preparing a assault with a blob of 4 assault grenadiers. Built some rangers to deal with this close range infantry. 50 cal turned around, going to suppress this squad. And it looks like a strategic back cap. Going to deny my ambulance. Smart move there by the Wehrmacht. However, this looks like it should be American victory. We're at medium range. Shooting at close range troops should be pretty good. Going to be a squad wipe of assault grenadiers. Clumsy play here by the Wehrmacht. Should retreat with MG going to tear apart that blob. Further going to suppress them. And poor play by the Wehrmacht to stick around. This is when I'm going to start kind of seeing, okay, you know, we could take the initiative and come back. Going to be 2 squad wipes from that play. And good U.S. forces, but this MG42 is going to deny the south and deny those resources. So, again, although I made some good plays taking care of assault grenadiers, I'm going to be losing a lot of resources from just this entire side of the map captured. But looks like U.S. forces going to attempt to capture the center Vic point, but those anti-personnel mines just tearing apart these troops that tried to attack ground there with a bazooka, maybe to clear some mines so I could walk through there, but it's going to be blocked off. AT gun on its way out. Captain has just been teched into. North of the map is held. MG set up on the mid. Wehrmacht is moving his MG from the south, moving it up here, maybe to contest the mid or hold it. Pretty smart move to have these Panzer Grenadiers with Shreks, just kind of anticipating an early Axis light armor play. So good on him. Gonna send the assault grenadiers north. And we see support armor corps is here. Probably gonna be a P4 or something coming out soon. Assault Grens headed north, while the GIs take control of the south finally to have access to those precious resources that we've been missing out on the whole game. Game is still looking bleak for USF, bleeding points still at 264 left. It looks like it's going to be a recapture of the north by the Wehrmacht to start the triple bleed. 50 cal will be there to deal with them, but Wehrmacht recaptures the north, puts the Shreks in the building there. Meanwhile, smoking the mid. Smoke is going to wear off, forcing my rangers off. Riflemen are going to flank this machine gun. Meanwhile, the south, no enemy presence. The north being kind of forced to stay up there because of the 50 cal. Rangers, riflemen, and captain converging on the machine gun. Successful flank. But Vervelven Flak Panzer, Ostland Flak Panzer has arrived. Gonna do some damage to my captain squad and my rifleman squad. Gonna be a forced retreat from the Rangers. Utility car made by me to kind of have some mobile infantry, an infantry vehicle to just take care of support my riflemen and take care of just those blobs. Provide nice fire support from the 50 cal. AT gun gonna make 2 shots on this flak panzer. We're at half health here with 2 rear armor hits. I'm gonna try to chase with the rifleman, maybe land a snare. 50 cal taking damage, getting half the building drove through by a tank. Taking some shots from the flak panzer. Looks like the north's gonna be held by the Axis. Allies just gonna have to reinforce our riflemen and head back into the battle. This building's about to come down. Gonna have to retreat the MG. Utility car planting some anti-vehicle mines. Hopefully I can catch off a Ostwind coming in close. Maybe if it goes aggressive, tries to drive here, it's gonna hit those AT mines and have a nasty surprise. Utility car and 50 cal are going to easily take care of the panzer guns here. Or assault guns. I don't know why I keep calling them panzer grenadiers. It's not what they're called. I believe I'm getting them confused with these panzer grenadiers. But Ostwind flak panzer going to head back to base. Taking some action in the south from the Wehrmacht. The flamethrower engineers coming in for a close range kill. Gonna get taken down by the medium range rifles. Ambulance coming in to reinforce. We're gonna see a squad up of pioneers, hopefully. Axis are calling in their light artillery barrage. We're almost at 9 CP from the Axis, and when that happens, we're going to see Tigers coming out, and that'll be an issue. Just foreshadowing what's to come, but this MG going to be taken care of pretty easily. Point-wise, 500 to 170, absolute devastation by the Axis, although I'm making some gains here and there, taking care of some troops, just losing those points. Becoming an issue. Panzer IV on the field. Ostwind being repaired. A lot of armor from the Axis is going to be a big issue. I only have 1 AT gun, and I do not have bazookas besides Lieutenant Squad, so going to be a bit of a challenge. Panzer IV doing a weird play. Maybe trying to go through my base and pick off a squad that's been damaged. We'll see. Utility car taking some shots. This Panzer IV is going to take some bazooka hits and just kind of not do much. Kills 1 lieutenant, 2 lieutenant models. We just have the utility car ran over some teller mines, and that's going to be the end of that. Rifleman blob taking the center. Panzer IV doing a lap around the map, looking for some GIs to pick off. Light artillery once again. Looks like we have some excess munitions. Going to be a lot of spam of the light artillery barrage, but not much success. Just going to be some models of rear echelon taken out. Panzer IV takes a hit from anti-tank grenade. Strong hit from the AT gun. Let's see if this could be a hit by the Allies. Take care of a Panzer IV. Panzer IV almost about to die. Luckily, the armor is going to give a bounce on that AT gun. But Panzer IV is going to be out of the fight. Ostwind's driving around. AT gun's going to retreat. Set up right in front. Pretty poor spot on my decision, but still, Ostwind takes some damage. Lieutenant bazookas are in place to deliver some rounds. Ambulance looks like it's dead meat. That's going to be a dead ambulance, but this will easily be a dead Ostwind. I'd say it's a pretty good trade. Ambulance for Ostwind, definitely. 50 cal setting up to, I guess, kill armor. Bazooka hits. And Lieutenant delivers a rear armor hit, and it's going to be a dead Ostwind for the Axis. What do we trade for it? Ambulance and a AT gun crew. Pretty good trade for an Ostwind, I'd say. Meanwhile, Panzer IV almost back into combat. Going to be another sort of thing to deal with. But again, those points just keep Those points just keep going down. It looks like the Axis just have the initiative. All they have to do is just hold on to those Vic points and just keep the bleed up. They have the resource advantage, so it should be the Axis victory soon. But like I said, I already spoiled the ending, but I guess the bad guys don't always win, but like a cheesy action movie, the good guys always win at the end, but we'll see what happens. Panzer IV full health, ready to terrorize some riflemen. 50 cal set up on the center. AT gun crew is back in action, going to head up to take care of this Panzer IV, doing a lap around those GIs. Ambulance is back, reinforcing some squads. Meanwhile, at the base, we have Rangers and Captain waiting to get reinforced. Panzer IV going to drive right in the trajectory of the AT gun, maybe? Panzer IV coming very close to riflemen. Gonna land their AT grenade, damaged engine, and a bazooka shot, and an AT gun shot. This looks like a ripe opportunity to take out the Panzer IV. Oh, this wall stops another hit from hitting. Panzer IV almost goes down again. Gonna have to maybe chase it. We're gonna see what I did. I believe I chased it at this point. Tried attacking ground, but it's gonna get stopped. Panzer IV retreating to the Pioneers. Assault Grenadiers coming to support. Could be... Panzer IV looks like it's going to escape. So we're going to have to... Or maybe not. See what the Panzer IV does. Meanwhile, Assault Grenadiers are getting taken care of. The other Rifleman blob is leaving the base. That's going to be a double squad up on the Wehrmacht. Terrible play to decrew the AT gun, I guess, but Wehrmacht, while they are ahead in points, making some really poor decisions with their infantry, losing a lot of squads. Wehrmacht only have 2 squads of infantry. One of those squads is only suitable for taking out armor, so definitely Allies have made a comeback in terms of plays, but resources again. Axis have 300 fuel and plenty of munitions to spam some arty. Gonna head to the south. No MG around. No mines as well. Well, mines are up there. Gonna try to remove them with these rear echelon mine detectors. And meanwhile, the north and south being captured by the GIs. And mid is going back to Wehrmacht control. MG42 denies a rifleman push in that direction. AT gun is up there, ready for the armor to head north and take out those lieutenant squad. Second AT gun from the USF. I was really concerned about armor at this point. I was kind of expecting some late game heavies. That's why I kind of want to say, okay, let's go with 2 AT guns to anticipate that and deal with it. Light artillery going to take out 1 rifleman model. It's going to force a soft retreat. Ambulance going to drive up north to reinforce. Axis headed south to take care of that capture. Going to be an MG set up there. Captain's going to soft retreat. Rangers in the south ready to take out this Pioneer squad. But that MG42 providing valuable suppression. Smoke grenade goes down to give the Allied troops a chance to not be suppressed. Gonna be a very near dodge of those Assault Grenadiers frag grenade. But looks like this Rifleman blob should be able to take care of these Panzer Grenadiers. North is all quiet. AT gun moving up north to anticipate. Nade's gonna wipe out that Pioneer squad, and I'm gonna have a retreat from the Rifleman blob. Another Wehrmacht squad wiped and losing all their veterancy, while the Allies have 3 vet Rifleman squads and a lieutenant with a tank kill and 2 stars. So veterancy is starting to go in the USF favor here, but the points, again, the points are counting down for the Allies. Tiger tank on the field. Going to be a very fearsome competitor, but Axis are lacking infantry support, so we'll see how that plays out. Lieutenant being taken out by P4 and Pioneers. This will be a Lieutenant squad wipe, unfortunately. Very poor play on my end. Bazookas are down. Tiger is parked in the south, anticipating an Allied push to recapture these flags. P4. P4 is gonna get hit by the AT mine, the rifleman anti-tank ability that just went off, plus the AT mine, anti-tank grenade, and some AT guns coming up to take out this Panzer IV. This Panzer IV has just been getting bloody nose after bloody nose. It looks like it's going to be its final demise. AT guns and riflemen are converging. Riflemen spotting, giving some vision. AT guns are going to get set up and easily take care of that Panzer IV. Panzer IV gets hit once more. Another AT grenade goes off. AT guns are set up, and that's going to be a dead Panzer IV. Meanwhile, Tiger Tank driving through the Allied base, trying to maybe take out a machine gun pillbox, but kind of a poor use of the Tiger, really. I don't have anything in my base at the moment, so Allies are using the ambulance as some sort of light vehicle to run over those Pioneers. Rangers are going to retake the north. AT guns are set up for that Tiger Tank, going to be driving through their vision. AT guns land one shot hit. Going to be slight damage. It's going to be a penetration. One more shot. No hits, no vision. So again, the points for the Allies at 30 points at this. This is the point of the game where I really was convinced I was going to lose. Although I was making these good plays and killing a lot of infantry from the Axis. Again, 479 to 29. At this point, looks like it's going to be my loss here. And I guess what I can kind of critique is just a poor response to those assault grenadiers. Had I responded better and just not been... I just kind of got torn apart by... assault grenadier spam and good MG placement. So the Axis just had a very smart early game, captured the whole entire map and just kind of sat on it with MGs. But that is what the critique I would offer. But again, the Axis player is just not responding with infantry, just building a heavy tank and expecting it to cover the whole map. And you guys will see how that approach led to me coming back, because that Tiger, although it can cover one part of the map, it is slow and there are two other flags to capture. And my entire army is just veteran riflemen who can just run around and capture other stuff. So you'll see how this war on multiple fronts, this sort of ping-pong action, kind of led to me coming back. But at this point, it seems very bleak, but we'll see as the game goes on. Ranger is going to be... Tiger main cannon misses. The Rangers will live to see another day. They're going to see a push in the south, and that's going to be the last Wehrmacht assault grenadier squad goes down. These vet Rangers with their BA or Thompson gonna do a pretty decent trade with the assault grenadiers. MG machine gun 50 cal is gonna set up. Meanwhile, the north being captured by the GIs. AT guns are moving around, ready for that Tiger to show up. Another rifleman squad made by the USF. I try to always have 3 rifleman squads at the ready. I just love infantry. Even though armor's awesome, infantry just have that mobility and they can capture stuff. And, you know, late game 1v1s, you cannot be everywhere. So just having that rifleman access, to be able to flank and back cap so many things, is just what allows you to be super guerrilla style against your opponent. Really pesky and just, you know, all over the place. Capping stuff and making sure you're not getting bled to zero. As we can see, GI's U.S. forces making their recapture, gonna reverse the bleed on the Wehrmacht, but that's a lot of tickets on the Wehrmacht to have to take care of, but off to a good start here at least. Recapping the south for those precious resources. Going to set a mine up here, as I've noticed he loves to push through this area, so I'm going to make a fighting position with the 50 cal to take care of that flank, because I kind of have my ambulance here, and this is kind of in my base of operations, because this area kind of covers the north and the midpoint, and if he wants to flank it, take out that ambulance, going to have a 50 cal here, so he'll be suppressed and held back, plus some mines to stop back caps. Pioneers attempting to capture the mid. The 50 cal just going to take care of them. Suppression, and they should be killed soon. Tiger tank going to head to the mid with assault grenadiers. Artillery going to be called in that MG. MG's going to get out of there just in the nick of time. Infantry riflemen taking some shots at the assault grenadiers and the tank. These AT guns are right on time to set up for that Tiger. Pretty poor spot, but riflemen are gonna retreat in a pretty poor spot. They're gonna be lucky and survive. Assault grenadier. Oh, there it goes. Tiger tank main cannon connects, and that's a veteran rifleman loss. Pretty big deal.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
M4 Sherman. Finally some allied armor out in the field. Tiger tank kind of having a field day. Mid is going to be held by the US forces. AT guns are set up. Machine gun is ready. The Axis are low on munitions. They are no longer able to spam that artillery as they please. Ostwind and Flakpanzer are going to head to the north. No AT presence there. Oh, the Sherman makes its appearance to the north. I kind of expected if I have no AT north, I should send the Sherman there and have these AT guns in the middle. Ostwind going to take some shots at the captain. Sherman is there. Sherman connects with the rear armor. Fair chunk of damage. This will be a Sherman kill the Ostwind. Very poor play by the Wehrmacht. It's going to kill no captain models. Sherman is just there to converge and get some rear armor hits, and there goes the Ostwind. Pioneers are unable to repair. Sherman makes a decisive blow on the Axis armor, and Axis 240 fuel, but again, no infantry or very low infantry, so they're gonna have to either spend the manpower on armor but have no infantry, or buy the infantry. But again, they have the fuel, but the manpower just well, it's there with 400, but you can only do so much.
We have a lieutenant reporting in for duty.
You can't really accumulate manpower like that. Sherman's gonna converge on the Tiger, land a shot that pens. These captain squad is taking the damage instead. Great diversion on the Tiger. Sherman's gonna do a flanking attack. AT guns are set up, ready to take out this Tiger. Sherman facing with its rear armor. Very poor decision. Gonna back up. But Tiger is gonna head right into these AT guns. Meanwhile, mid is gonna be recaptured by the Allies. Artillery takes on ambulance. AT guns are taking shots at this Tiger tank. Tiger forced to retreat. Sherman is okay, gonna be repaired. Mid is gonna be recaptured by USF again, holding back an Axis attack. Another wave held back, and gonna reverse the bleed. Axis at 400 tickets, far from over, but this has just shown it was pretty resilient, I guess. You know, hey, I'm not gonna surrender. I'm just gonna try it out, see what happens. Gonna, just see what I can do. And at this point, I was thinking to myself, okay, we may actually have a chance. Axis are calling in their mechanized assault group to maybe take the north, but we have a Sherman there and veteran rifleman with flamethrower and a major ready to throw flares at people and call artillery. North is being recaptured by Panzer Grenadiers. Should be no issue for these vet riflemen with flamethrower. Sherman takes a nice shot, and Panzer Grenadiers are sent home running. Meanwhile, the south attempting to recapture with a smoke grenade, gonna give the lieutenant time to flank the MG. That's gonna be a dead MG-42, or at least a forced retreat. Lieutenant makes a good capture of the south, and the U.S. forces are kind of taking back the ground here. Mid is going to be fighting position MG with a 50 cal, and this will just kind of stop him from capping stuff with just a Pioneer squad. And if armor shows up, then we have these double AT guns.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Another rifleman squad, allies back at 3 riflemen. Like I was saying earlier, infantry are the reason I'm winning this game. That armor cannot capture stuff, so it's really just a matter of having those infantry running around the map, capping stuff. Lieutenant squad close to death here. MG-42 at the half track, tearing them apart. And that's going to be a squad wipe on the U.S. forces. I guess I forgot to retreat.
We lost an infantry unit.
Wehrmacht recapping the south. AT guns are going to shift over to be facing the mid and south flank. Tiger is still sitting up north, full health again. Sending some GIs back to the south and maybe take care of some mines. Rear echelon squad on mine duty. Instead, they'd rather take shots at the assault grenadiers over there. Sherman coming down south. Take care of this half track and defensive emplacement formation. Sherman's going to hit the ground and miss. But these GIs are going to make easy work of this assault grenadiers squad. Only 1 against 3. Sherman rolls up, fires a shot, taking out most of the half-track's health. Tiger tank is coming mid. AT guns are a bit out of position. Light artillery lands. Very poor decision to send my Sherman so close. Rear armor is facing those Shreks. But hopefully the Sherman's going to escape and we're going to see a half-track down for the Wehrmacht. AT guns are in a good position to miss the Tiger tank. Tiger tank running around the Sherman. AT guns have finally turned around, hitting some rear armor hits. Sherman looks like it's going to be dead meat. Nowhere to run. Sherman very close to death. Hanging on by a thread. Gonna head up north, maybe escape this Tiger. Meanwhile, GIs are gonna make easy work of this assault grenadiers. Gonna be able to recap the south. Tiger uses speed boost and takes out the Sherman. And gonna be the first Allied armor gonna get killed. Allies have the fuel for some more armor. Grenades are landing. Lucky riflemen not going to get hit that badly. Riflemen and Rangers attempting to take out this Tiger. AT guns are in a perfect position. Double rear armor hit, and this Tiger's already been hurt. This could be a Tiger kill. That's going to be a Tiger tank down for the Axis. Huge hit. Crashed into the brick wall, erupting into flames, and the Verboos are sad that their immortal Tiger tank can indeed die to 2 units that cost 280 manpower, just hitting that rear armor. Sorry, Verboos, the Tiger is not immortal. Gonna recap the south, the riflemen. Meanwhile, in the north, Panzer IV taking care of some other units. Panzer IV headed down south, maybe trying to take some kills. Looking for an ambulance, probably. Half-track gonna recap the north. At the 35-minute mark, US GIs have triple capped the Wehrmacht. Well, not the north, but Panzer IV, I guess, just kind of shooting at stuff. Gonna head out of there. Panzer IV, not many targets of opportunity. U.S. forces sending their troops to the south to kind of lock it down. 50 cal machine gun, major, double 50 cals made by me. I was trying to hold down some points with these 50 cals and just kind of restrict Axis captures. Panzer IV almost dead to these AT guns. AT guns are going to chase this Panzer IV. And if this Panzer IV goes down, this will be the last of the Axis armor. Although they have the fuel to make some more. Smoke grenade thrown down. Close range pushed by the Panzer Grenadiers. Grenade's going to take out some more models. Rangers close to death. Rangers are going to retreat. Squad wipe on the Axis. Artillery coming down. Ambulance looks like it's dead meat. MG42 set up to try to be a forced retreat from the Allies there. Good push by the Wehrmacht in the south. MG42, Vet 3. Panzer Grenadiers taking an ambulance. North is going to be recapped by the Allies. Panzer IV headed back to base to be re-welded together after getting torn apart by the Uncle Sam 57mm AT gun. These AT guns have been pretty great at positioning all over the map, taking some good shots. AT half-track running into 50 cal fire. This is a fight right next to my base, so I don't know why we're going to be able to reinforce and send out all this riflemen. Rear armor taking hits from those 50 cal, 50 BMG John Moses Browning machine gun rounds, taking care of the half-track. GI is going to push back the Panzer Grenadiers. It looks like it's going to be a recapture of the south. This AT gun, 2 men left, going to position themselves in the back to kind of have more arc coverage. But north and mid still held by the GIs, and we're at 300 points left for Axis. Again, holding on here by a third, only 28 points, but the Axis just don't have the units to recapture most of the map. Panzer IV going to get re-welded together. Meanwhile, Allies with a strong army of infantry, high veterancy. So I guess this was kind of pushing the late game in the favor of the Allies, but 50 cal Browning set up Captain Squad with sprint ability, 3 stars. Very powerful troop at this point in the game. Rear echelons forced to retreat by the green Ved 0 assault grenadiers. Riflemen going to recapture the center here. No ambulance, that's why you see these low health squads running around. Rangers going to be a bit aggressive and capture this point. AT gun set up in the mid. AT gun set up north. Going to be going for a split approach here. Panzer IV headed to the mid to deal with these Rangers. 50 cal Browning takes care of the Panzer Grenadiers. Going to move the MG team. And light barrage, not much. And that's going to be 80 munitions to no avail. So good dodge there by the MG team. Just in time. Rangers sent home with 3 men. Panzer IV making good kills. Going to be sent north to deal with this captain squad. But AT gun's going to be there ready for them. Meanwhile, south all quiet. Mid all quiet. AT gun makes a good hit on the Panzer IV. Rear armor getting hit. The Vet 2 squad just taking care of that Panzer IV. And Panzer IV is going to get out of there with half health once again. Those veterancy tank crews, AT crews with a high rate of fire AT gun making good work. Assault grenadiers are trying to flank here, but that 50 cal Browning again restricting that flanking route. Gonna run over the mines and almost dead assault grenadiers. Jackson coming out from the Allies to deal with that Panzer IV, and Wehrmacht released their fearsome Immortal Tiger. Comes back from the grave, ready for round 2. Riflemen here in big trouble. Gonna be forced to retreat, and that's might be a squad wipe of veteran riflemen. Looks like they're gonna escape. Jackson ready to take some shots at the Tiger. Looking for some targets of opportunity. This is a pretty poor play by my Jackson. Luckily I didn't lose it, but this could have been easily flanked by the Tiger and the Panzer IV. Major calling artillery on himself. Tiger tank comes south to take care of these pesky GIs taking the south. Jackson getting hit by, or not getting hit, just spotting that Panzerschreck squad, gonna drive away. Tiger tank and the MG having a bit of a slugfest. Main cannon, no luck. Jackson hits with a powerful shot, penetrating the front armor. Tiger will be forced to reverse and get out of here. Another shot from the Jackson, doing solid damage against that Tiger. Third shot goes off. Tiger tank is at half health. Jackson forced to back up by I don't know what, but rear echelons taking out those pesky mines. Tiger tank gonna have to be re-welded again. Meanwhile, north and mid held by the US forces. Again, slowly bleeding the access of their points. Panzer IV is back at full health, ready to be cause some trouble. Panzerschreck squad unleashes a devastating volley on the Jackson. That's half its health gone. Rangers leaving the base prematurely. Allies have a Sherman on the way out. I believe so. Jackson's got to stop joking around. They could be taken care of by these Panzerschreck Grenadiers. M1 Browning shooting in the south. Panzer IV coming to take care of this machine gun. Tiger tank is parked over there, going to get repaired by these Pioneers. Sherman taking some shots at the Panzer IV. Jackson is in range to deliver. Jackson's going to back up. Sherman is spotting for it. Sherman has access to the rear armor. Jackson hits. That's going to be a dead Panzer IV. Sherman takes a shot at the rear armor, and that Panzer IV goes down. Jackson and Sherman, time to repair. Meanwhile, mid is just being held by the
Contact reports show the crowds
50 cal Browning at point blank range. Going to take care of these assault grenadiers. Looks like the RD will finally kill this poor guy. And fighting position is going to go down. And poor guy operating the 50 cal is going to get killed. Meanwhile, Rangers taking care of these Panzer Grenadiers. Recapping the south, put on hiatus due to this MG. Smoke's going to deny that site access. Tiger tank is back ready for action. Heads down to the south to take care of this rifleman, but we see, let's see what the Allied armor does to react to this push. Looks like these riflemen are in range for a double AT grenade. One squad almost goes down. Forced retreat of the rifleman. Sherman coming into close range with the Tiger. First shot bounces from that puny 57mm cannon, but the Sherman's going to head to the rear armor. Jackson firing from range at the front. Tiger is taking hits. Big damage going on from this Tiger. Tiger's going to be forced to retreat. Sherman is there just sparring with it, hitting rear armor. Jackson's going to hit the Tiger one more time. Sherman will come out alive. Sherman lands a nice rear armor shot, and there goes the Tiger tank. Sherman and Jackson combined arms taking out that Jackson. That is 2 dead Jacksons for Mr. Hitler, and the Allies are going to recap the center flags. Axis sending their tank hunter squad, trying to take care of this armor. Going to have a fast retreat. Rifleman blobs there just to deal with these troops. Rangers making a kill. Vet 3 with 22 kills. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Mid's going to be recapped by the Panzer Grenadiers. This could be a moment of bleeding for the Allies unless they take care of that. Rear echelons with the 50 cal Browning looking good. And the Axis are forced a soft retreat. And there comes another Tiger tank. This is the 3rd one by the Wehrmacht at 50 fuel. This looks like it'll be the last tank. Rangers are going to come deny that mid capture. They're going to take care of these assault Panzer Grenadiers. Bundled grenade misses, and that's going to be hopefully a wipe of those. Heavy tank in the south trying to take care of those riflemen. Where's the Allied armor? Still getting welded back together. We are in range here for some AT grenades. One goes off, no crit. Meanwhile, in the mid, Rangers taking care of these troops. Vet 3. One rifleman squad goes down to the fearsome Tiger. Sherman comes in, hits a squad through it. Lands some damage through its front armor somehow. This could be another dead Tiger tank. The Sherman and Jackson closing in. Tiger is out of control. That Tiger lasted a whole 45 seconds, and the Axis have no more armor and no fuel to make some more. Maybe enough for a Stug. The Axis are now at triple cap, 150 points. Allies going to recap the south, and there goes the game. It's going to be a surrender from the Wehrmacht, and that is it, folks. A comeback from 28 points to deny the Wehrmacht their victory. An early game disaster leads to a late game finish with proper map control, ping-ponging around the map, and just pretty cool comeback that I was proud of. I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. It was fun to play and fun to come back. And you know, really just fun to take care of these 3 Tiger tanks, which all died in the same spot. Definitely not a reason to toot my own horn. I did get my rear headed to me in the beginning by some poor plays, but the Assault Grenadiers unable to carry that advantage into the late game. And I guess I made some good AT plays with those double AT guns. I don't know. I should have lost this game. At least that's what I feel like. But the late game comeback definitely turned things around. I hope I didn't come across as being a jerk. But I like some friendly trash talk against the Wehrmacht units. Always satisfying to kill a Tiger, which Axis players think is some immortal heavy tank that can just drive around and do whatever it wants. And sometimes that is the case. But against a Sherman and a Jackson, making light work of that tank, especially without the infantry support. Thank you guys for watching this 46-minute game. I really enjoyed playing this 1v1. I really enjoyed talking about it, and as soon as I played it, I saved the replay, and I really wanted to cast it because I was that excited about it. But that's the game, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Feedback appreciated in the comments. Looking forward to casting another game. Like I said, I will cast a game where I lose. Just looking for a good game where I didn't get stomped. Or maybe a stomping would be good to post to. And we can just post that and critique what I did wrong, and that's how you learn. So, yeah, next game I post. Not gonna guarantee it's gonna be a loss. We'll see what happens, but I really want to post a game that I lose, so I can just be able to critique it, talk about it, analyze it from this view where I have full view of the map. So stay tuned. Hopefully some team games in the future as well. Regardless, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.